What was your dream camera 10 years ago? What's your dream camera now?
Oh, what's up, you guys? This is Dunlap Films. I'm here with TDN Pixels today.
Yo.
What's going on, Miles? How you doing?
What to do?
I got a few camera questions for you, and I just
Okay.
want to see what the film landscape looks like to you right now.
Okay.
If you're down with that.
Mhm.
First off, what kind of like camera are you using right
I'm
now?
using the Canon C70.
Canon C70. How do you feel about it?
I love it.
Love it?
I love it, y'all.
Okay.
See, the reason I looked at y'all, because, like, y'all be kind of shaky with us.
You
so-
can look at them.
Yeah.
You can, back and forth. You can
Yeah.
look at them, yeah.
But yeah, I love the C70.
Mhm.
It's been my workhorse for the last 3 years now.
Mhm.
So
Okay, so when it comes to like camera brands and like all of that different type of stuff, what are your thoughts about that? Do you get caught up in like the Red looks better than the Sony, or the Sony looks better than the Canon, or does any of that even cross your mind?
well, I think it all comes down to who's behind the camera,
Mm.
right? That will always come down to that. It comes down to your lighting,
Mm.
y'all. Lighting. For all the beginners out there, lighting is super important,
Mhm.
okay? I feel like it's all about composition,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's all about using references, shot lists, storyboards, all of that to get the best image possible out of the camera that you have.
Mm.
Not necessarily, I have an FX6.
Mm.
I have a Komodo, I have a Burano,
Mm-hmm.
I have a C80, I have a C400.
Mm.
It's not that, it's what can I do with this camera to create the best image?
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. I would have to say I do agree with that. I don't know why people get caught up in like what brand they actually have. I do believe that it's a tool. You still have to pick and choose like the quality that you like and create your image out of.
Absolutely.
And more so like lenses too.
Mhm.
Your lens options. But no, I totally agree with that. Do you feel like story is more important than quality of camera? Or do you feel like the camera quality matters just as much as the story?
Just as much.
Just as much?
I'm gonna say just as much because in the same token you can throw in audio,
Mm.
right? Because
Right.
it's like you can have something that's visually appealing,
Mhm.
but if the audio is shot, nobody wants to watch it
You could.
at that point. Because it's
You
like
could.
it's like you just can't
Mm-hmm.
a bad audio with it doesn't matter. So the same way it's like having a good story. It's like okay, you have to create the good story, and then it's like from there you have to get the audio and the visuals to make that story come to life.
Okay.
So it's all a team.
I agree. I agree with that. When it comes to like the whole film world and you jumping out here, getting into the making films and like, what I mean, really making the cinematic wave out here in this
Yeah.
area,
hmm
what are you like trying to bring? What is like your message that you want to push and like show and teach people, if anything?
I think the best way that I've always kept it, right? And I started off like this, y'all. I used to talk to musical artists, and I always used to tell them, I want to make y'all look mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
That was my main goal, right? And then that just kind of like butterfly effect everything else of like, I want for my films, my commercials, if I'm doing weddings, whatever it is, to look cinematic, for it to look, especially like with the films and the commercials, like something you would see in the movies or on TV, right? That is the main goal. So it's truly understanding how a film set works, right? It's understanding all the different moving parts that make up a great film. So being able to connect, network, get more people for the team, like having the most highest quality team possible to make the most highest quality product.
I agree with that. Okay, that's a very dope answer. Now, when it comes to like budgeting for like expenses to like make like a project that you want, or when you're working on a project, do you think funds matter as much as the actual team, or like how does that like coincide for you? Like, what are your thoughts?
So I would say it's a project to project base, I think, because it's like there's so many avenues that you can go with that. It's like there's so many creative people that can come together and make something happen, and it can be not for so much money. What I think comes into that is how that crew gets paid, more so than the actual production, because it's like previous work that you might have did and you getting paid and all of that, it makes it to where it's like, okay, we're working on this project, we can create this great image, but it's like, how much am I personally getting paid for some people? So it's like, I don't think so, because I mean, you could get a house from somebody. Like you would have to pay for a location. You could get a house. Convenience store. Somebody could just let you come into a convenience store. You wouldn't have to rent out a convenience store or something like. It's places that you don't have to use money for. There are shots that you don't have to use money for specifically for it to look, high quality. So
that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Well, hey, I like your wave, man. I've been checking out your work. You know what I mean? Definitely follow TDN Pixels.
Before we get out of here,
Okay.
we were talking about the cameras.
Okay, cool.
I have a question, y'all.
Okay.
So, what? I'm gonna make this like an even more interesting question. What was your dream camera 10 years ago? What's your dream camera now?
Oh, now that's a really good question. All right, so I'll say 10 years ago, I think I was still using a lot of Canon, right? Because I was doing a lot of photography. I was still shooting my films on like Canon Rs. 10 years ago, Canon 80D, Canon 70D. I started back on YouTube like in 2012, 2013. So I would say I was looking at like C100, C200s.
Okay.
I'm in that lane of like being like, okay, what do I need to get? Back then, up until about 5 years ago, the C70, you know, and you got to see, and that's a really dope camera. I was like, yeah, I really want one of those. But then after I got my C80, I'm like cool right now. Like I don't even think I really need to like go purchase anything and like own it. If anything, I would rent something. And if I just had the money to like not have to be renting it, then I would purchase something. But right now I'm not like super stoked or crazy about getting a certain type of camera because I feel like I'm able to do what I need to do with what I have.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's my answer.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it, John.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, follow TDM Pixels on Instagram. I have him collaborated in this actual piece of content. So you guys go check him out, man. And it is, you have been a excellent pro behind the camera and in front. So yeah, y'all are going to see him on a lot more collaborative projects with me.
Absolutely.
And
it's this guy. It's this guy. It's him.
I appreciate that. It's really him. All right, y'all. Y'all be safe.
Peace.